Well, here we are again, down on another creek. Wayne and I came down and scouted this little area a little while ago. Got a nice flow on a very, well, it's basically a drainage that is still going very, very well from the storms we had about 3-4 days ago. And we got a lot of water moving down here, plenty enough to run us loose. And today I'm going to come down and start doing a little cracking and crevicing down here. We haven't really sampled this area much. I did come down the other day and just take a little bit of this gravel bar material and got a whole bunch of very, very small gold. All kinds of just flood gold, flower gold, whatever you want to call it. Tons of teeny little specks. And it tells me that if there's gold coming down, that's small gold, somewhere in one of these cracks and crevices that you can see right here in this bookshelf shale, why we are going to find some interesting other gold, hopefully a little larger. I'm going to kind of run here. We got all kinds of neat areas to examine. And actually, with the sun shining here and the water running, I can probably do a little sniping also. So unfortunately I didn't bring my sniping viewer, but I can usually see in some of these areas where this water is running up over some bedrock, like right here. Now, I can have no problem at all spotting flecks of gold to go ahead and snipe out. So I'm going to get to it. I'm down here alone right now. Wayne's got some business to tend to, and he may be down here a little later on. But this is what our little creek looks like, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of gold we get. What I have set up right now is all my cracking and crevicing materials right in this one little spot. I don't know if you can see it. Let's go ahead and back up here. See bedrock here, bedrock above it, and right below is a nice little crack that is filled with all kinds of rocks and other items. Going right along here. I'm going to clean this crevice out and see if I can get down to the bottom of it. It's right at just about the same level as the flowing water right now. And during a higher water event, we would have had a lot of material blowing on through here. You can see by the larger rocks that were deposited in there. And that's going to be my initial sample point right now. So I'll just get down here, start tossing out rocks. Trying to do this with one hand while I'm holding the camera with the other hand is not as much fun. But we'll just get the big rocks out, and then I'll go ahead and start using a spoon or something else to get down in there. I'll give you not a bad little hole developing down there at the bottom. Alright. I'll go ahead and clean out the rest of this crack, and we will get down to the bottom, run a test pan, and see if there's any gold lurking down there. Well, I have finished cleaning out that crack, which actually was not a crack. It was just a very, very, very large chunk of bedrock leaning up against this piece of bedrock, which of course is solid bedrock. And as a result, I went ahead and took this big piece of bedrock out, heavier than it looks. Actually, it looks pretty heavy from here. Alright, that's about the extent of my weightlifting for today. But now I have a lot of reflection on the water, but you can see down here where that rock was, there's a large hole. I went ahead and scooped material out of the bottom of that hole, and I now have a half bucket of material that I will be running through my California sluice box. Small stream sluice, junior stream sluice. I'll go ahead and put that through, and we'll pan it out and take a look and see if it was worth the effort. Well, just to show you how fickle this hobby of prospecting is, there at the top of the screen is the big rock that I pulled out of that hole right over there in the center of the screen. Right? I panned that entire half bucket. Well, actually I ran it through the little sluice and panned out, and I got a couple of pieces of fly poop. That's little specks of gold for those of you who are just joining us. In any case, so then I decided, you know what, that was a whole lot of work for a very little amount of return. So I came right over here to this piece of bedrock right here. And as we can see, we'll try and get a little closer here. You can see the fractured bedrock in between two larger or three large chunks of wood bookshelf shale. Right? Just out of this little material. Now I got to say that right here, I pulled out a great big chunk of the bedrock. All right, it flaked apart, and I ran that just into a pan and panned out that material. All right, and this is what I got. Let's see if we can find some spot that isn't going to be giving us some kind of a, oh look, it looks like, yes it is. It's nice, big, chunky bits of gold. Right? Right? And that is out of, I would say, less than one scoopful of material. Actually, probably more like a serving spoonful of material that I panned out. Now I still have the plus 20s to do on this, and I will get back to you and let you know if anything came out of that plus 20s. But look at that nice gold, all from very, very little effort compared to the amount of work I did scooping all that gravel bar material out down from the bottom of that hole under the rock. Well, I'm down here at this little hole in the bedrock that I'm cleaning out, and I decided just for grins to pull out my Falcon MD 20, which I always carry in my backpack, and I'm going to run that over this material here. Right there in the clay and the material that's between the leaves of the bedrock, I'm getting a signal. So what I'm going to do is just take a spoon, scrape this material out right there, and hope that I got it all. And we're just going to toss that right into a pan. Let me get the rest of the material here. We're going to toss it right into a pan and kind of do a test on the MD20 to see if it indeed, see, I don't really think I need to screen this material. Okay, I'm going to throw that right in there, and we will pan it out and see if there's a tiny little flake of gold that MD20 picked up. All right. So I will wander over to a little sunshine here. There we go. I got some sunshine and some slower moving water down below me here, so I can just pan this out real quick and see what we get. Trying to do this, holding the camera with one hand, panning with the other, is a little interesting. Oh boy, look at that. I don't know if you can see that right down there at the bottom of the pan. Look at that chunk of gold right there. Okay. I'm not sure we're in good, but see, now that was just the tip of a teaspoon or a tablespoon full of material, and I've got two little pieces of gold in there. I'm hoping you can see them. I think I'll get rid of the rest of this material. We'll just go over and find a shady spot so I can take a picture of the gold. Alright. Look at that. That is a nice flake. Dang. We're having a good day here. This is just fun. But that shows you the size of the gold that this Falcon MD20 will pick up. I'm going to try and put the shadow of my hat right over that. I wish I had a closer focus on this camera. I'm going to an attempt. You can see those two pieces of gold right there. Now that was from the Falcon MD20, just picking right up on that. Boy, I couldn't have asked for a better test on this thing, because that is way, way, way cool. I'm going to try, notice I said try, to get a little closer focus arrangement on this camera. Alright, well, here's Wayne down on the creek. That Wayne has a nose for gold, because I was sitting here getting good gold, and I look up and here's Wayne going, "How you doing?" No, I actually told him where I'd be. I have to give Wayne credit. He's the one that said, "Hey, let's try this little section of the creek," and I'll guarantee you it's been a very, very good time. My camera kind of went south on me for a little while, and as a result, you're missing out on seeing a whole bunch of nice gold, plus a nice little nugget that Wayne got. And I'll show you what we were doing here. I'll go back over here to my hole first, and you can see that I've cleaned out every bit of that fractured bedrock down in between the two big slabs of slate, and got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 nice pans of gold, and I mean nice pans of gold. These were very, very nice, sweet. And down over here, just above where I pulled out the big rock, Wayne started working on a couple of cracks. And you can see these big, big cracks in the bedrock right here. Right? Well, Wayne started working on the bottom crack just beyond the brush here. I'm trying to get down here so you can actually see it. Right? Right? Now he cleaned that out and got some nice chunkers and 20s. Then he came up, took a couple of scrapes up here, and ended up with that nugget. And I mean, that was just a couple of spoonfuls out. He was definitely in the right spot at the right time. Now over here, excuse me, I'll turn this sideways so you can actually see. You can see Wayne's big crack, and he's running that puppy on down, and the material that he's running right now is from that big crack. So we're going to go over and watch Wayne pan out. I think I'm going to stumble through the water here. All right. I mean, you can see all the quartz in the stream bed. It's unbelievable, just everywhere, and it's all fractured stuff. So we're going to sit. I hope. You got a hole in your bucket?
No, there's a piece of gold in there that don't want to come out.
Well, that means that
a little flake.
It kind of just reached out its little legs and held on. Right. Well, it's going to be interesting. This is the first bit of material from that top crack, and Wayne's back is probably absolutely killing him at this point.
It's shot.
Shot, totally. Exactly. Alright. But, hey, what's a little pain if you're getting gold, right?
That's a true story.
That is.
No pain, no gain.
That's what they say. You, of course, realize that you've got to have a nice, beautiful pan full of gold, since we missed out on taking pictures of all the good gold. Well, some of the good gold. I got a couple of shots of my pans, I think.
All we can do is hope.
That's it. But this has been a great day for doing video. I can't believe that that little MD20 just sounded off on that little chunker like it was made, I mean, it was almost like it was planted, but trust me folks, nothing is ever planted or salted with the gold we get in these videos. There are good days, there are bad days. When we have a good day, we'll show you. When we have a bad day, we'll tell you about it. Say, man, that was a bad day. All right? But anyway. Let's see, it's about 4 o'clock now, and I've been down here since, what, 11, something like that. All right? And I am definitely happy with the amount of gold that I got for the day. All right? Unfortunately, I haven't done a clean out on my snuffer bottle, so I'll just have to take a snuffer bottle picture and show you one big gang of gold. How's it look?
Well, not good.
I don't want to hear not good. Well, that crack is a lot higher and farther out from the center of the stream.
Yeah, that first
Let me get up over here.
bit I dug out of there, I must have just hit a little pocket, because this is
You just
pretty
gotta.
sad.
Yeah. You see one flake in there.
Yeah, there's some little fly poop up here.
Yeah, there's that one flake
Nice.
trying to move down.
Not much.
Wait a second. You got more in there. It's hiding with that silver stuff.
Not much.
And just tap it out, and then there you go. Okay. All right. So you got a couple of pieces in there anyway. Oops! You just shook it right back into where you tapped out.
Well, it works better for me that way.
Okay. Okay. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pretty sad.
4 pieces. All right. We have to tell you the story now, because Wayne, just after he arrived, he got a really nice pan full of gold, and I was just finishing up panning out one of my little 1/3 of a bucket kind of runs here, and I had about a teaspoon of black sand in my pan, and I saw some decent gold down in there, some nice big flakes and things. Anyway, just about that time, Wayne said, "Hey, come here and look at this," and there he had his -20s. And it's a beautiful pan of gold. Nice big chunkers and stuff. This was a very, very nice pan. So I laid my pan down on a rock right next to Wayne and said, well, wait a minute, let me get my camera and see if I can get it going, because like I said, the camera just absolutely wouldn't work there for us for a while. And of course, I turned back around from playing with the camera and I see Wayne's pan up on the rock and my pan in his hand, where he had just finished doing his +20s, and he was in the process of throwing everything out. I tried to yell and say, wait a minute, there was gold in that pan, but it didn't work. So Wayne gave back my gold to the creek today in an offering to the gold gods. Of course, he was very, very unhappy and apologetic about that, and karma came back and bit him, because as he was panning out or snuffering up some of the good gold in his pan, right, the biggest chunk fell right out of the pan as he was rinsing it. Wait a minute. Wait a second.
Look at this here.
Oh, hey, baby. There's a +20 just hiding right in there. Let me lift that little puppy up. That is
nice chunk.
that is a way chunker. All right. Get rid of everything else in the pan so we can drop it in and hear it tink.
I got some little stuff left in here.
Oh, well. Just, okay, well, obviously, that upper crack is going to produce. Wayne has already laid claim to it and said, that's Wayne's hole. All right. So, there we go. All right. And let's drop this from a little area. Am I over your pan? Yes. Trying to take a video, and
You're not going to pay me back and lose my gold, are you?
nah.
Okay.
Okay.
There
Oh man, is that a sweet sound?
Nice little picker.
That is a sweet little picker.
Okay, I feel a little better now.
Okay, it kind of makes your day to be the last guy panning out.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, well, from up here in the beautiful Mother Lode, this is Rick and Wayne signing off. And we'll try and bring you some more videos and show you some more gold. Hopefully lots of gold.